Alright, so we just picked this up at my grandpa and grandma's house. They've bought it over like a year or two ago. They didn't do nothing with it, and so it's just sitting there. So we picked it up, figured we can do something with it. All the plastics are over there. This is our project. It came without something to cover this, the pipe that connects to that, and we put the carburetor in the house. Alright, so we went through here. I got 3 of the screws out of the top of the carburetor, and then it was like corroded. We had to drill all the stuff. We had to we took this, or not this, we got some drill bits. This one, we got this small one too right here, and the screw was messed up, and we pushed on hard, try to get it out, and it just stripped the screw. So anyways, we drilled the screw out, and then we took the top off the carburetor, top piece. Well, I'm just gonna open this. And we put some degreaser in this fish bucket that we never use. And we just put this top part of the carburetor in there and the other part right there. We're gonna let it sit overnight because it was really corroded. Like, this is only like half of this. This is only like not even half of the stuff of the corrosion that we got out with this part. So that's what we're doing, leaving it overnight, and catch you guys after we're done leaving this overnight. Alright, so it's been about 24 hours since we did the work on this thing here, this carburetor right here. It's been sitting in this degreaser, let's say, for about 15 to 20 hours. So we let it sit overnight. We're about to go take this out, rinse it off, see how it looks. We got this thing out here. Took the lid off. Let all the stuff drain out of it. We're gonna rinse it off. I can't film and rinse this off at the same time, so I'm gonna do that here in a minute. Let all this stuff drain out of it, out the pipe. Oh, look at all that dirt coming out of there. That's good, that's good. All that dirt and that corrosion coming out. I'm gonna rinse this out, rinse the other part out down there, and then I'll get back with you guys. Alright, so I bring it back in. I clean this towel. Let these gonna dry for a little bit. It still has a little bit of corrosion in there, but it looks like it'll just rub off with like a metal toothbrush or a Brillo pad or something. Still have some on this end too. And we forgot to put the lid in there, but I just dipped my hand in there, rubbed it off a little bit in the degreaser. Got a little bit off, but oh well. This was not supposed to come off, but it just broke. Oh, it wasn't supposed to come off, but it just broke right here. Broke off as we were trying to get that other screw out on this side because it was stripped so badly. So we have to JB weld this back together. We're gonna let this dry for a little bit, and then we're gonna come back with some carburetor cleaner, Brillo pad, and metal toothbrush. Clean that off a little bit more. See if we can get this thing running. Alright, so it's been drying for about it's been drying for a while. So I'm just gonna take this brush here, scrub on the insides of this, scrub on this a little bit, try to get all the corrosion I possibly can, get off of it. And if this doesn't work, try that. And if that doesn't work, we'll figure something out from there. But I'm gonna get to cleaning this. I can't film with one hand and do it at the same time. So when I get done cleaning all this off, I'll show you guys the aftermath. Okay, so we have a problem. I was cleaning it using this thing right here, using this toothbrush. Alright, so I was cleaning this out, and I went to go clean this corner right here, which is already clean enough. I don't need to clean it any more than what it is. But this is a big problem, because this is supposed to be there. So what we're gonna have to do, get the drill again, get a drill bit. We're gonna have to drill. This is already hollow, so we're just gonna have to drill that back to it, like drill that away, and then we're gonna have to shove this back in the hole where it's supposed to be, back down in there, hopefully to stay. And then this is supposed to move in and out, but it doesn't, so we're gonna have to take this off, take these screws off right here, and I don't know if that's a hole or not, and it's clogged up with dirt, so we'll have to check that out. And also take air compress and blow that out too as well. Then we'll just work with this next right here. So we'll just do this first and then get you guys back in a minute. Okay, so I haven't opened this yet, but these screws came out like a charm. So this is what it looks like. That's what it looks like. There's nothing in there, there's nothing corroding it or anything, but we can clean the dirt out of that and then see why this isn't going in like it's supposed to. Okay, so I got the brush, brushed this away, brushed all the dirt away, and I figured out that these are little BBs, and they're supposed to be like that. They're not supposed to be any type of airflow through there. So now we got to figure out why this thing isn't moving, because it's supposed to move. So there's got to be some type of dirt like shoved in there or something. So we got to figure that out. Oh, and we figured out the problem, and I got this on video. Well, Dad, there's the problem. And that.
Mission gold. Copper. Onion. Is it all out? That should be good, huh? There we go. Now I just need to see if it's blow throughable. Put that straw right there. See if it's blow. See if we can blow through first. Didn't come through.
A little bit.
It's good. Just an overflow.
Alright, did it fit? Perfect. Oh, fix that problem. Turns out that jet right there still, it looks destroyed because it is destroyed actually. We can't get it out because it's basically been sitting there for like a couple years. It's been sitting there for a couple years, you know, so it just crumbled when we tried to get it out. We tried our best not to strip it, but it happened anyways. So now I think we're gonna try to get the tool right there. We filled the thing, filled the air compressor up all the way, max PSI. We're gonna try to blow in it and see if it will clear it out like that, or we're gonna get some of this right here, stick it down in the hole and try to clean it out as best as we can. If not, carburetor is doomed. We might have to order a new one, but we're not trying to put money into it yet until we know that it's gonna run, because the engine could be blown. We never know. Found the JB weld down there. My dad mixed it up, and now he's putting it on this because there's some holes in it. There's still a lot of corrosion, but who cares? Got that JB welding that, and then we're JB welding that cap that goes on top of the carburetor outside. It's in the sun drying right now. Alright, so we done finished putting the JB weld on this. We got this one in a clamp, and we're leaning it up right there so it dries. I don't know if you can see this or not. So it dries that spot right there. And I'm just gonna lay this on like right there. Hopefully it'll dry quick so we can put it back on the 4-wheeler over there. Alright, these things are like, they're not dry all the way, but they're like almost dry all the way. Like if I can rub my hand on it, there's nothing there on this JB weld. So I'm gonna go ahead and throw them back together. Get this part back on there. Then we're gonna go drain the oil or the water, whatever's in the 4-wheeler. We're gonna go drain that out of it. Once we drain that, we're gonna put some new oil in it, which is right there. And then we might throw this on today or tomorrow, depending on what we're doing. And we're going to see if this bad boy runs. Okay, so I just got done putting this on, or putting that on, and then putting this back on. So we got all this working, and we got all the screws in except that one that went right there, the one that we had to drill out, and it's somewhere around here. There it is, right there. So when we had to drill out, so we got to find a screw that'll fit in there, in that hole. Hopefully we can find one, and then we'll go drain the oil right now from the 4-wheeler. Alright, so it turns out we found a screw that would fit this, like the same screw as this. Found one in this bucket. We had to dump it all out and look for one. Found it. It's a little too long. We didn't want to cut it to the exact length, so we just looked for a hole that went all the way through. So it's gonna be sticking out a little bit, but I think that's fine. There's no problem with that. And then we're gonna put those 2 back in, or those 3 back in. And then once we get that, about to go do the oil change right now. Already got that out, that right there too, and the oil's right there, sitting sideways for some reason. Gonna do that. Alright, there might not even be anything in it, so we gotta look, see. Okay, I'm gonna just lay that there for now. Alright, getting this thing about center it. Now, there, you gotta pull it to drain it, and then you gotta refill it back up. It's right here. So I'm gonna get back with you guys when I'm done draining this and filling it back up. Alright, I got a 16. I don't know if this is the right size, but I'm 70-80% positive this is the right size to unscrew that. Turns out it was a 17, not a 16. Let's get to it. Alright, gotta look right in there.
That's what we gotta do, right there. Which one focus or not, but hope this is the right size. Yep, it is. Alright, 17. Let's unscrew this bad boy. This is gonna be hard. Oh, here we go. Well, I'm gonna pause this because I don't want to hurt myself. I'm gonna use 2 hands. Alright, so I broke it loose. Broke it loose. Now we just gotta unscrew it.
I don't know what's gonna come out of it, but I'm gonna use 2 hands again. So I'll get back with you guys right after I get this cap off and it's draining. Alright, so we got her out. It's dripping, barely, as you can see. Barely dripping. It's not much. Barely dripping. Got it over the socket a little bit, go rinse it off, but it's barely dripping. Alright, we put the cat back on, phone's on 1%. We're putting the carburetor back on. We just got the throttle cable hooked up back to it. So we're throwing this on the gun right in that hole right there. And we're about to get this done, yeah. And we got a gas tank too that we gotta fix. I'll show you guys that later. But yeah, we're just getting this back on. Of this looks like a junky four-wheeler, but once we get it together, you guys are gonna be wishing you having it. Yep, got this on gun for free, and now we're about to turn it into a $1,000 machine. All right, we're taking the cap off, putting the oil in. My phone's still on 1%, by the way, and then I think this is gonna be it for tonight. We might try to crank it, I don't know, but this is what we're doing.